Why do so many Christians believe Israel is still God's chosen people?
When you've heard from a pulpit for 40, 50 years, 1948 was the key moment in biblical prophecy. Although no one in the New Testament is looking to this. No one in the New Testament is talking about a third temple or a red heifer. I mean, you just have none of that going on in the New Testament. You have none of it for church history. And you get about 1830, and then suddenly this idea, which is considered, it's actually considered apostate when it first starts showing up. But then it becomes mainstream because pastors who did not have the ability to receive formal education were being given Scofield study Bibles. And the Scofield study Bible, those notes basically just became doctrine and dogma for much of the evangelical world. And so when your pastor is saying it and you don't have access to any other material, he's saying it. He doesn't really have access to a lot of other material. And there's prophecy conferences everywhere. And then there's another issue. And here I think is the real issue. It's called groupthink. And when we think about peer pressure, if you step outside of the fence, you would be alienated. The other thing is I think that you got to recognize that Zionism was founded as an atheistic political movement. It was not birthed in biblical prophecy. It was not birthed in this idea of having an Old Testament revival in the land of Palestine. It just wasn't. It was a very atheistic movement that had a very secular agenda. And so when you start studying and you realize what's going on, the veil's kind of pulled back. And you can kind of see. And then, too, you read the New Testament, which it's ironic that people are quoting Genesis 12, but they don't read Paul's interpretation of Genesis 12, where he interprets it in Galatians chapter 3. I mean, he provides the authoritative interpretation, yet that's just skipped wholesale. And the reason it's skipped is because we go through 40 or 50 years of pastors not preaching verse by verse through books of the Bible. They're just picking topics.